That's the next day.
Oh,
So
so
what do you think they do what?
we got normally when they send this. Yeah, it's not a bad.
Yeah, we turned in the minutes early last semester
For our last meeting.
yeah, we turned it in like the next day.
Yeah, your minutes were there.
No, this is why I was.
Oh, he didn't, Khalid did the part. Do you need me to print the minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody has to have us.
Oh,
We have us.
No, nobody.
One minute, Mia.
Mia, you setting up, right? Yeah. Okay. Huh? It's live.
But where? It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Huh? That's how you on the camera? Well, they get to see how pretty you are.
Okay, now secretary's here already.
Yes, we're official now. Cynthia's in the house.
Good night, everyone. My name is Linda Watson Lord, and so we share the joint committee meetings of the youth services and the library and education center. We're happy to have you, and so welcome. If would you want to just go around the table and say your name?
And you guys speak up, because remember it's being recorded so people could actually hear what's going on.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Lisa. I'm a social work manager at Fairfax College. And I am currently interning at Summer Souls. Junior high? Elementary school.
I'm not gonna say anything,
You
then
know
you
what?
know what school you
I
in.
know. Elementary school.
It's elementary.
At elementary school.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharice, and I am currently attending City Tech as a human services major, and I too also intern with Soda Souls at the Jackie Robinson School. I know the school. So it is a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us.
Excuse me, Ron Holloway, community resident member. I have to go through my life history again.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Dorian Saab. A member and a resident of CB9.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Melissa Sphere, and I'm a resident and a board member.
Hi, my name is Felice Robertson. I am a member, and I'm the second vice chair of the community board.
Pamela Payne, resident.
Cynthia Rose, a resident, and AKA secretary as well. Welcome everybody. It's a pleasure working with everyone.
Thank you. Oh, I'm Sol. I forgot to introduce myself. I do that all the time. I'm Sol. I'm the one of the chairs for the Youth and Education Committee here today.
Okay, thank everyone. Following our agenda. Wait, hold on. The last sheet of paper that we got, that was our minutes of our last meeting. I was about to ask our secretary just to read the minutes for us to make it official, so we can have.
First one was called to order. Meeting called to order at 7:05 p.m. Meetings, committee introduction. The 3 other dates of upcoming meetings will be held on the first Tuesday of every month, beginning Tuesday, December 3rd, in person. 4 general body meetings are held every 4th Tuesday of each month. Monthly members should also try to be a part of those meetings as well. 5, we're creating dates for upcoming events and supporting them as well. 6 is forming subcommittees. A career day subcommittee to be held in March. 7, combining workshops at the career day. 8, getting schools to commit to Career Day. 9, inviting local officials to Career Day, Farrah Sufran, Crystal Hudson, Yvette Clark, Zelno Myrie, Brian Cunningham, Eric Gonzalez, Antonio Reynoso, Rita Joseph, and Anthony Beckford. And also reaching out to the youth to attend, reaching out to the libraries to also attend, inviting trade schools, inviting college students, and incentives, volunteer hours for high school students. Yes. Is that it?
No,
Yeah.
send it on the other side.
Sure.
Turn over, yeah.
Okay, also letters of recommendations for the high schoolers. Subcommittee members organizing Career Day are as follows. Linda Watson Lord, Akita Phillips, Latween Mavina, Cynthia Rose, myself, and Joshua Serrano. That's for Career Day. 16 is the Educators Town Hall, will be held in April. It's open to the community. Location to be held in Medgar Evers College. All school levels are welcome to attend and to talk about problems as well as the solutions, in person and hybrid. 17 is the subcommittee members organizing the Educators Town Hall are as follows. Billy Martin, Doyen, remember she
Doyen.
said Doyen, okay, I
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
right.
Doyen Saab, Joshua Serrano, and Sol Crieri. 18 is Community Day cleanup to be held in May. Family Day to be combined with old school versus new school day. That's to be held in June. We're looking into some parks for the event to be held, like Prospect Park, Lincoln Terrace Park, Old Boys High. D is electing youth to honor in the community at the community for this event. 20 is the subcommittee members organizing Family Day combined with old school versus new school. They are as follows. Sol Pieri, Cynthia Rose, Wayne Saab, Billy Martin, Brian Orway, and Diane John. Holiday potluck is to be held in December before the holiday. Event to be held at Major Owens Community Center. Reaching out to the precinct for toy donations, registering at Toys for Tots. E is subcommittee members organizing the holiday potluck are as follows. Sol Cleary, Linda Watson Lord, Latween Lavina, Billy Martin, Joshua Serrano, Doyen Saab, and Diane John. And then the elections, Vice Chair of Education, Billy Martin, Vice Chair of Youth Service, Latween Lavina, Backup Secretary is Akita Phillips. And Felix. Adjournment, meeting adjourned at 8:30 p.m.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Need a motion, move to second,
Second.
to make these minutes.
I second.
You second? I'll go first.
Oh, I gotta be first? I thought you was the first.
No, I called for the
Oh,
motion.
sorry.
Yes.
Well, I first, then who's second? To reading of the note, second.
So,
Alright. Okay, so we basically talked about like the things that we were gonna do this year, and we're gonna, so I think what we could think about today is picking to solidify the actual date, cause we said what month. But let's create a date, and then we could put together a calendar, and then I can also drop it in, WhatsApp, cause you could download stuff from WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I'll drop it in WhatsApp, and let's talk about that. I think what a good idea could be is that maybe we could break out and do little groups around what we're doing, so that we could start to talk more in depth about each committee and what it is that, what steps we wanna take, thinking about the calendar, when we wanna start to move on things, because since we only meet once a month, we gotta start to be more strategic about what we're doing, who's doing what date we want it done by. So that's what I think is gonna be very important for today. I know for me, I did follow up with Assemblywoman, Farrah Sofred Forrest. She agreed to do it for the December, so that's like done. We just have to then organize if we're gonna have it at Major Owens, or if we do wanna just have it back at 375, which we had a really good turnout. We had like maybe more than 100 people. The parents came, made the food, the kids were there, it was really nice. So we could decide, do we wanna do it at Major Owens? If so, then I need to put in a request early, and making sure that they'll donate the space to us, or if we just wanna go ahead and have it after school, that's an option, and it's a free option and a quick option, if we want that. So what are you guys' thoughts in terms of picking the actual dates? So the first one we have coming up, so what date do we wanna solidify for let's start with the potluck, cause that's December. What date, I think we should do a Friday, right? Like a Friday, and it needs to be evening, cause it has to be after work time, so we can make it like, what time we pick up the kid, on Friday we end early, 4:30, so, but that's good, cause it'll give us the hour to set up. Cause we decorate, we know that we're gonna be there, or at the, Major Owens, it'll give us an hour to set up, so maybe like 5:30? Is that, or 6, like, was 5:30 or 6 o'clock, you think better for parents?
6
o'clock. 6 o'clock? Alright, so we could do 6 p.m. You guys can talk, it's okay. Alright, so 6 p.m. And then, what day do we think should we propose? She agreed to it, but we didn't pick a specific date.
Where you going to question? Is this only for grown-ups or for
No, it's for
children?
kids and everybody.
So the kids, when they're out from school at 3, they will stay until 6?
Well, what we'll do is we'll keep the kids late, like we'll keep the kids later that day. So then that way, because if we let them go early, they're
Yes,
gonna come
they
back. So what we'll do is tell the kids to help us. You know, it might just be easier to have it at the school.
Yeah.
Cause if we have it at the school, then we have to worry about walking the kids and doing all of that stuff. So we have it at the
So
school.
it will only be the case for the after school,
No, anybody
I
can
mean,
come.
before school,
No, but you gotta think that
that's what I'm.
even though anybody can come, it's like the more of the kids that stay in, we know that we're
Right,
gonna
that's
have
it.
at least 40 or 50 families that'll be there,
So
right?
it's your kids that we are, our kids that we already know.
Exactly, but they'll still, but we're gonna put it out there, so it's not like it just has to be our kids. Like their siblings can come,
Yes,
other people can come, yeah, so they can come on and join us, so we could do it that way, then, you know, cause it is gonna be something open to the community, it's not just, so like Ebbetsfield, you know, any of them could come.
And our board, and our whole membership.
Yes, of course, the
Their
board,
kids.
everybody, their kids, yes. Yeah, who was there last year? Did you guys sit there? No, you didn't. Nobody came for, oh no.
I was there.
You was there?
Um,
It was good, wasn't it? The food was slamming. The parents.
Gone when I got there.
Oh, yeah, you took too long. But the food with the parents really cooked. So like we had a lot of food. Like it was a lot of food. Yeah, we saved some for the kids to have the next day for food, like, you know,
Now-
dinner
now,
that
Pam,
people
now
was
you know
taking
you
stuff
ain't
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do we think that the December, let's look at the dates. Maybe like the second week of December, the 13th, no? We can't come
Only
on the
today,
13th?
I planned my Christmas party for the 13th
The 6th?
of December. 13th, the 13th.
You
The
said
6th
you
is
can't
fine.
do,
Yeah.
yeah,
6th
December
is fine. So
6th?
that's-
6th? Y'all wanna do the 6th?
So we would not be clashing with any parents' Christmas parties and stuff
Okay.
like that.
So
And the
December
children will
6th.
still be in school.
Okay. December 6th?
So we'll use December 3rd as a wrap for the potluck, because we have a meeting on December 3rd,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that day
we
will
could
be
do that.
our.
Then we would, if we need anything, we'd be able to ask each other and get it together.
Okay, so December 6th is the day, so then I'll make sure that we confirm with Farah if that's a good date for her.
Mm-hmm. Tell her from
Because,
now on.
yeah, we're together, but we're also gonna invite Crystal and Rita. So, we'll send invites, you know, to all 3 of them and saying that this, and then we'll have the flyer ready and everything, you know, put together with them on it. And hopefully they'll come.
I know we were talking about her, but yeah, okay. I just don't want to make, I just want to
Alright.
make sure that we're politically correct. The
Uh-huh.
whole goes where,
Okay,
and
That's
Crystal is our.
huh?
That's Rita Joseph?
Yeah,
Oh.
Crystal.
Oh,
Crystal's our city
Okay.
council.
Rita is
Rita's
our-
a little bit outside of our.
But she's.
But I
still
think
our-
there's a part that she has that's, like, you know how their
but-
sections are breaking up?
yeah.
I feel like she has a piece of,
Yeah, but
community board
our
now,
piece
right?
put on to her.
She has,
Yeah.
she does, cause I was.
she
Yes.
does,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
I know, that's what I thought, cause I know a piece is her,
And-
Crystal,
and Crystal.
and then assembly member is Farah. So yeah, okay. So December 6th is the date we're proposing, we'll send that to her. What's the next month that we're gonna be doing something? December, we don't have anything for January, right?
No, April, I believe is the next, March. No, we
March,
have
March is the next thing. So that's the
Wait,
career,
town halls. You want to do the town
what date
halls.
did we say for the town hall?
We didn't put the date down.
You put April, I
We said
think?
April.
March,
Yeah.
April, okay.
We
So
got
March
How
is
much
the
days
next
do you have in
thing.
April?
No, we only have
Oh.
one. We don't have any months that's doubled. So we have March for the career day. Okay. So that's a big gap. So we have from all the way from December, then all the way to March for the next thing. The career day is something that takes a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Like we really do need to like reach out to a lot of different organizations, getting them there, and then did we say where we wanted to have it?
No.
Okay, that's it.
You wanna do that? But we would need with the career day, depending on how we're setting it up, we either need like a big, large space if it's gonna be like a vendor thing, or is it gonna be a workshop thing, or is it gonna be both? Because if you're doing workshops, then you need rooms, right? If you're doing it as a vendor, then you just need one big space. So who's career head chair? Who's the head of career day? We have, wait,
Is there any extra copy of the minutes?
oh, yes.
Oh, you said only the agenda.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
I was
Wait,
wondering why
who
one
is
was
that?
like that.
Who is on the career day chair? I mean, who's on the committee?
So career day,
It's on the
I
back of the
believe
page, number 15.
Oh, okay, that's what I was looking, oh, so,
Yes.
so Linda, this is, you gonna be the head for that? Look, your name is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't say it was gonna be, because my name was there.
I see your name right there.
I was wondering why.
Alright, so we have Linda, Akita, Latween, Cynthia, and Joshua.
Alright, let us meet and see what we can do.
Okay,
and
so
then
I
we
think
will
that's
bring back.
something y'all should, like,
No
let's
problem.
break up today and y'all could break up and talk about how you want that to look, because then that should determine the space you need, right? Okay, I have too many things that give notifications. And so that's March, then
March.
April is the education town hall, and I know that's Billy, Doyen, and Joshua, and myself. So we could break up after and talk about what we want that to look like and where we want, oh, but we didn't pick a date, I'm sorry, we jumped. March, we didn't actually pick, what is the date that you guys want to aim for career day? March 2025 up,
Come on,
do we wanna do it on a Saturday?
yes, maybe, we can meet and organize, get back to you.
Oh, you wanna work, okay. Alright, so yeah, let's put some tentative dates together, and then town hall, and then, what's that, this is April. And I know community cleanup was
May.
when, May, right?
Yeah, we all involved
Where
in
is
that.
it?
It's right,
Yeah,
number 18.
everybody does that.
Yeah, sorry.
18, okay, May, so we need to pick a date for that. Well, why don't we just pick May though, because that one's really not much organizing, it's
May?
just all of us
Yeah.
picking a date. We did a Saturday, right?
Last time, yeah.
What date on May do we wanna make for the,
Saturday.
yeah, what day of the, what Saturday would we wanna pick? To clean up? There, we have the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, the 20th, there's a lot of 5 Saturdays in May. The 3rd, you
Or,
wanna do it in,
right before Mother's Day and then graduations.
oh yeah, when is Mother's Day and the graduation?
Yes.
I said the second one, second Sunday.
Well, maybe we'd wanna do it after, cause it might be messy, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, with everybody, all those celebrations, and they leave a mess in the neighborhood, so what about the 17th?
17th is a.
Because we'd be cleaning up, then they dirty it up, and then we're not coming back to clean up.
That's true.
So the 17th? 17th, okay, let's do the 17th.
And we pick a new space.
Yeah, so we pick, so what we do is we just pick an area, couple blocks, and we split up in groups. And then we just start, we have the thing, we don't have to touch anything, we just pick it up with the thing. And then we have the garbage bags And we
Gloves.
just, and
Everything,
gloves,
you know,
we have
we
everything
got
we
everything.
need, and we just clean it, and it looks beautiful for
May
days.
18th.
And then be dirty right back.
Oh, 17,
Right.
17, yeah.
So why are you trying to suck up my battery? Like, no, I'm just kidding. Alright, so May 17th, we got the potluck, we said December 6th. Alright, so
Family day.
why don't we break up, yeah, we put the 17th Saturday,
For the May.
yeah, for
For
the
the cleanup.
cleanup, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna about the family day.
Oh, where's Family Day, what number?
Number
Family Day?
19.
19, oh.
June, right?
June, oh, we said we were gonna do it what, before, after, we was gonna do it before the
School.
the resource fair.
Our resource fair.
You know, our resource
Yeah,
fair is
it's
which
the
week
end.
do we usually
We don't
do?
do it the first week in July?
Huh?
The resource
No,
fair.
the last.
They do the research fair in June, but I think we said we wanted to do this, or did we wanna do
You
it
said
with
you had
the
to
research?
find out
fair?
when the resource fair.
Oh, that's right. Alright.
We haven't decided on that yet. That's, we didn't reach that on the board.
So you said you have to find that out.
Yeah, we didn't reach it yet, so.
And we said we were gonna do it separate, or were we trying to do it the same day?
What do you mean?
Were we doing the family day the same day as the resource fair, or were we
No, I
doing,
thought
we
it-
pick
I
pick
thought
two
we said
different days?
separate.
Separate,
Oh.
okay.
Isn't the resource thing the whole
Yeah, everybody.
CA9?
Our community, it's a community day, yeah, so.
Yeah.
it's-
Alright, so, I'm trying to remember, we've been doing it, is it the first week of June that we've
I
been doing the
wasn't here
research
this
fair?
year, so it means I was having time.
So we could find out, it's either first or second week of June that we do that. So I think that, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the second week, and we were thinking of doing it the first week.
Yeah.
Something like that. You think Leah would know?
No, we,
Leah
no.
might know, well, she would
She
know
wouldn't
like,
know,
if
it's something
what
that we got
pattern.
the board and we haven't talked about it, so nobody knows.
No, but don't we try to do it around the same
Yeah,
time?
but we can't condemn it because it have to be, it's a voting item.
Oh, I see
So
what
you
you're
know,
saying.
it's not.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Right, but
So
is it,
until we do that, then we wouldn't.
but no, isn't it in the month? is
Of June.
what
Yeah.
She's saying,
Yeah,
so that's why she was like, yeah, some
But the
sort of
day-
approximation.
yes,
Yeah,
because you remember, we usually don't carry, motion to the board and then everybody vote
Oh,
on
it's
it.
already, right,
So we don't wanna put something out now and then we gotta come back to you.
right. But tentatively, it'll
But then,
probably
but for
be-
sure, it's in
right,
June.
it's in June.
Yeah,
It's on a Saturday.
It's
And a Saturday.
it's tentatively gonna either
Yeah.
be the seventh
Second.
or the 14th.
Yes,
It's either
yeah.
usually one of those two.
One of those two, second or
Two.
third.
Yeah, and then we just gotta figure out if we wanna do it before or after, that's all.
Cause the other thing is that, yeah, we've been having it at Running Back near Park,
Right.
but we have been trying for years to get different space, so you never know where. And now, bigger space.
Really?
Yeah.
So what were they thinking of?
Where's
What were
McNair?
they
We,
saying?
once we
By
tried
High
again,
High School.
Wingate, and that was,
That
but
little
then
small-
Wingate was
that little
being
small-
repaired, the year we wanted to go there, right?
Really?
What happened last year?
I don't know, but I don't ever
Yeah.
complain, cause that's down the block from my house.
Me
I just
neither.
walk.
Yeah, so that's
I know they've
that's
been
a
talking
board
about
thing,
moving
and
it,
when
but-
they make, this stuff, so we make our preliminary, we organize our stuff and just drop it in the date that they come. Or as he said, we keep it by ourselves, we keep it the first week in June.
We just gotta figure out, I guess,
And if we say we keep it the first week in June, then
then they'd be
They
forced
will
to,
move.
they would have
Yeah.
to do it the second.
they will do it whenever they want,
Okay.
they're the first or the last.
Okay. Alright, so what I think we could do now would be to break into our committees and start to talk more about what we're gonna be doing for each committee and kind of come up with a plan and start breaking up whatever duties, so like if you're gonna contribute in this way for the career day, we're gonna do this, or make a commitment for what it is that we're gonna do. And then, you know, with some of this, what can you bring to the table? What can we do? What do we need to do to organize so that we stay on top of, you know, we won't have to be doing everything at the last minute. And then the other thing is that some of these may require money. So if we require money, that means we need to think about, well, how much we need and what, because then that means we should be turning in the budget as soon as possible.
Which means we should turn in one budget and not one for everyone. That's a good thing, you know, truly voting.
Oh, you're saying do one for everything at one time?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So to me, I would think that we could look at, as we break up now, we could look at stuff, but as we go, right, everybody will be thinking of how much it would cost this to do, so that when we come together, we can put one budget.
Cause like even like I was thinking with the family day, we're doing like old school, new school, fun stuff, right? But like, would we wanna get a bouncy house? Would we wanna, you know, have things for the kids?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if that's the case, we definitely need to like start prices. I know you had already given, like I remember having, I just don't know the prices now, everything's so expensive now. But we could start thinking about like what activities do we want, so that, you know, we could do it, like it'd be fun even to have like a face paint, if somebody knows who does face painting, you know, little things like that, you know, hopefully they would volunteer their services, but then we couldn't ask them to buy the paint, like we should at least be buying the paint, right? So just stuff like that, who could DJ, would there be anybody who would donate?
You
some
already
type of
asked me
DJ?
that last one.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did,
yeah.
that's right, I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, so, you know, just all of that, we need to kind of solidify what we're doing.
I got a guy I use every year at a block party
Okay,
for like a game truck. That's why I started off with game truck, but then I added a bouncy house. He
what's a
does
game truck?
Where they
video games in it.
Oh,
yeah.
Truck.
He has a
Cool.
package I
Yeah.
used this year.
Mhm.
We had laser tag, game truck, and the
Oh, that's
bouncy
cool.
house.
How do you do laser tag?
You shoot each other with a laser.
No, I mean where? You mean outside? Oh, that's fun.
Which means then that
That would be fun.
I'll tell you straight off the bat, that was $2,200 that I had to put up.
Now we
was
have
just for
to
the
talk to
laser,
the
right?
board.
No, that was for everything. The game
Oh,
truck,
everything?
the
Okay.
game truck, the laser tag, and the bouncy house all came as a like.
I think that's a
package.
fair price. That's not a bad price, actually. That was
so
a
in that
fun-
case, if you could give us the vendor as fast as possible.
I could give it to you right on my phone.
Now, the other thing, the other thing is, for that one, if we put it out by itself, right? And
Did we
have,
pick a day for Family Day?
They didn't pick a date.
We didn't pick a day.
Not yet.
But in June.
No, the Family Day in, yes, it's June, okay, June, okay.
Yeah, I see you before you leave. I don't know if you got my message. I sent you a
yes,
message.
I responded.
I didn't see it.
You said a game truck, a bouncy house, and a laser tag for
Yeah.
22?
Yeah.
I
For how
saw
long?
About 3 hours, but he gave me extra time. He gave me extra time that day. I usually, like my block party usually from 12 to 9.
I think we
All right.
used y'all 2 years ago for Montgomery Street Block Party. I think we used y'all 2 block parties ago on Montgomery Street between
Yeah.
No String and New York. And we
Yeah.
had it like for like 5 hours. It was
Well,
cool.
I don't know if you use the same guy, me, that got, but what was it? More like, yeah, about around 4 hours he gave me.
Okay.
It was a cool experience.
Okay.
experience. I was impressed.
I like that.
I wish they had that when I was a kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
I wish they were around when I was.
They don't.
Nah, my sister's rowdy enough. Get it.
Game Truck has all the video games and stuff.
That's
Kids
truck
want
is a
it.
hit. It's the
It's
bouncy
a
house.
hit, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, great.
The bouncy house is more for the little kids. The bigger kids like the Game Truck.
Okay, so you wanna break it to our groups? Alright, so
So
let's do, what's the first? You have more than one?
Yeah, we have more than one. More than
Yeah, no, I
one.
was gonna say, let's do it by the month, start by the
Okay.
months.
Okay.
So the first one is the career day can start, y'all can get together, have your discussion. And then educators town hall, if we could do that. I know some might be both, but let's kind of figure out how we can split up a little bit on that.
So we have March,
Yeah.
so he could go down there for the other,
Okay.
I didn't see the other committee today.
Okay. And educators town hall can stay here with me.
What to do, you ain't got none of those connections.
Pick one and help out. You want me to switch the teacher?
No, you should go down there.
Let me come
Yeah,
here,
she's
so,
gonna go over there.
I'm coming, babes. Letwin, Cynthia, Joshua. Oh, it's on the menu?
That's it, that's good. That's,
Yeah, everybody's
oh, yeah, the
absent.
twins out, yeah.
Yeah, the twins not well today.
Yeah.
She's sick.
Ida and Joshua not here. All right.
I was telling you guys.
Yeah, come on.
Alright, so, for the educators town hall, we wanted to think about what do we want the day to look like, 'cause you could do town hall a couple different ways, right? So, I know, Billy had a lot of different ideas, so like, what do we want it to look like and who are some of the main people that we would want to invite?
Principals, superintendents, maybe even former superintendents, education lawyers,
Okay.
DOE personnel that we don't hear from.
Okay. But how big are we wanting this to be, like, do we want, cause like if we doing it, right? We don't wanna have too many people, right? And how are we doing it, like, is this gonna be like a panel discussion? Is this gonna be, cause like we do wanna, like I know Pam is very much with the parents, right? I'm just trying to think, okay, so we saying principals, superintendents, you said education, lawyer, you said
Attorneys,
education,
yeah.
education lawyers.
The reason why I didn't say teachers
Mhm.
is because, not everybody covers the same age group, and then I don't wanna make it seem like we're putting preference over different grades of teachers. That's why I didn't say teachers.
Well, I guess the first thing is, what's the purpose? Like,
I
what
would
is
say-
it, how are we affecting, like, what is it that we want? Okay, let's think backwards, right? What is our goal for this? And what is it that we want people to get from it? And who is this for? Like, is it for the parents? Is it for the community? Is it for the kids? Like, what is the goal? What's the goal of the town hall? What's the goal? So that from there, then we could start to think about how we wanna, who we're inviting and why.
I would think that it's for both, not just parents,
Who's
but parents on one side and then, educators on the other. And what I mean by educators are the list of people that we want to invite to the panel. The other, and we're asking, maybe we can like put out the question from one or the other to answer. So I guess with saying that, maybe we can even have someone from the CEC be on the panel as well, being that that's a parent, that's in the DOE like role, and have questions that we as the community, as a parent, would want these panelists to answer that we normally don't get to ask on a regular. So questions like, not asking what's graduation requirements, but the changes in graduation requirements will affect how, those type of particular questions could be something that we aim for, that we can ask them. That'll open a conversation for both sides.
So Pam, isn't there like a, what do you call, like in the higher up office, like a parent liaison or some kind of person that represents the parents or something in the district or something like that? Isn't there like some kind of role around that?
The CEC, right?
No, it's a different thing, right? What is that?
You have your PCAs. which
What's
is the
PCA?
state- PTAs, those are state mandates,
Okay,
not you. It's the state.
okay.
Then you have your parent coordinators who are there to support the parent leadership in the school.
Mhm.
And then you have your family leadership coordinators and your family support coordinators on the district level.
So out of those sets of people that you discuss, who would you think would be most appropriate for, like, should we have one of them or at least one of the representatives?
Well, y'all gotta figure out what y'all gonna talk about first. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about yet. So to say, all right, we know that our children can't read and do math. We know that 51% of our children can't read. Right? Y'all know, right?
Right.
So it's this movie called A Right to Read, which is geared towards parents so that parents could learn how to help their children at home. and the NAACP, we actually did it in a couple of communities. We did it at McEvis College, we did it in another community. So what they do is they watch the movie. Refreshments, little food, and then the conversation is around how do we help our children get better at reading through parents and through the administration in school. So that's just the topic. So now we knew what the topic was, then you could gear your questions towards those. So until
So
you
a
know,
screening followed by Q&A.
yeah,
Well, what is it, that's why I was saying, what is our goal? Like, because once we know our goal, we know our topic.
right.
So what's the goal of our town hall? Cause it's, we can't just invite people, we gotta know what is our goal?
What is the outcome of your
Right.
having this town hall?
Yeah, what do we want to happen? What information is it that we're trying to disseminate in the community? That's the main thing first, that's
And
the
when
first
is
step.
this?
We're trying to do it in April.
I have a question. Why is the graduation rate now as low as 55%? What I'm trying to say is that when you graduate, during my graduation, you had to have 80. Now they're saying 55 from 80 to 75 to 70. Now all you need is to graduate with a 55.
That's failing.
But
They
I'm
getting
just
ready to
saying,
remove regions.
Yeah, I know,
They just gonna
Regents
make
is
one
going.
diploma. Cause our kids don't go to school, they don't learn. They don't get the concept of an education.
But
Yeah,
why?
but then we're like, but then
Yeah,
that is the,
that's
how is the solution to dumb down? Because basically we're saying we're dumbing down society and the requirements. Because if you get rid of that, like what is gonna be the requirement then? How do we know that they're gonna leave with any skills?
So would that be a talking point for the
Yep.
town hall?
Yep.
there you have it.
Well, the truth be told, if Trump get into office, you're not gonna have education.
He's not gonna be in the office.
I'm just saying facts. This is something that we gotta really think about.
Yeah.
We don't know what the outcome of this election is gonna be, so you gotta look at both, you gotta look at both sides, right? We got a temporary
We're all
chancellor,
hoping for a landslide victory.
and we all hoping,
Telling you.
But
these are the realities that we gotta
you
face
gotta,
right
you
now.
got,
I'm telling
you
you.
gotta face the fact that
It could
it
be
could happen.
that he could shut down the educational system.
But what do you mean, what are we saying, that he's gonna shut it down?
That's what he said,
He's-
He said.
He's gonna do what?
Project
close the
2025.
educational system, he gonna
Project
fire everybody.
2025 says that they're gonna get rid of the federal Department of Education.
And they're
That-
gonna take away
That's not
history.
saying
They
that
wanna privatize it.
Yeah,
That's saying that they're not gonna be funding local, state or local
Privatize insurance.
education
Which is
level.
gonna
That's right.
affect
Social Security
HBCUs.
too.
You wanna probably, the Project 2025 is all about
It's real.
privatizing all of those sectors.
Modernize and Maidstone.
Alright, so do we want it to, so we want the discussion to be around, like the graduation requirement, dumbing down society, or how are we gonna keep from dumbing down society, right? Like what, okay,
So we're gonna deal with a positive, that's the energy we give it.
okay.
Some data,
Right, so that question, should
obtain
open with,
protection data.
yeah, that question should like open with a statement, stats,
Yes,
um,
that's what you're supposed to do.
reports, and then question.
Relevant data, that's
Right,
to
but
do with this area.
I have a question though, like, maybe to think about, like, what are other states, and because every state doesn't have regions, right? Every state doesn't, it's like New York, California, and a couple of states have, because not most states don't have
Some
regions. So how do they establish what is their standard for graduation and things like that? Because it's not like it can't happen, but it's like what's gonna be in its place? How do we, you understand what I'm saying?
I thought that each curriculum, AP math, social studies, science, your level of passing it was those standards, 80, 90.
Maybe, oh, okay, the grades that you get in those
Right.
classes, okay,
So I thought those were the standards
right.
that prohibit one from taking the Regents because they're already here at this level. So if you're not there,
Then you need the Regents.
then we need to Regents.
I mean, when I graduated, I did need Regents, but I know before us, there was no Regents.
I didn't graduate with
Yeah, people didn't have to have Regents before that.
Actually, they used the Common Core standards across the board. So from state to state, every child should be able to perform these things, whether they in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade. These are the things that your children should be able to do in order to academically move to the next level.
That's on the federal
Right.
level, federal
That's federal.
standards?
Well, I know people had complained, they felt as though when the Regents came in, it actually created another dynamic around teaching to test versus, because I felt like we didn't learn to teach to test, we learned the subject, right? But then when they had the Regents, things was like teaching to a test, teaching, and then it actually didn't, it was a disservice because now it wasn't a holistic way to teach, right? It was like, you're just trying to do this. So if we're saying that, you know, we're going to do this, like how can we create standards? How can we improve the education system rather than, you know what I'm saying? Rather than it being a negative thing.
So those are two questions.
That's a
that
good
we-
question, yeah, okay. Go ahead, Mamadou.
I have a suggestion,
What's your name?
Mamadou.
That's what I heard.
Sound like a song.
I took the Regents, I passed that Regents diploma. The thing with my peers, what we discussed during that time was taking the test, the anxiety that comes with it, the frustration that comes with it. So maybe we need to just do one of those things, create a workshop where we could get the kids to be comfortable taking the test. Because you can know the whole subject and still don't know how to take the test.
True.
That's
You
really,
can freeze on tests.
people freeze on tests all the time. They say,
People have testing.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, fifth grader.
And especially with this generation right here, they're not good with pressure. They're not good with being independent. They're not good with all of these things. So if you can teach them just those skills, they'll be able to pass.
So how would you phrase that question?
Phrase the question. Well, how can we better the quality of test taking for the students in New York State?
Like test taking strategies,
All of that.
easing and testing anxiety.
They need workshops for that.
Well, since like this feels like it's gonna be geared more towards parents, right? And we know like kids who thrive have parents who's involved in the education, like who check their homework, you know, make sure things are done. But then a lot of parents are like, you know, I'm working, right? And I don't really have the time to really check things, especially as the kids get older. Or even for myself, I'm here with education and like the way they do in math and stuff, I don't even understand it. Like I would literally need the teachers to teach me. To me, first of all, it takes too long. Like the way we did it, we would figure out questions much quicker.
Well, how do they do it? I'm sorry.
The way that they do math now, I guess there's some belief around making them do all these steps to get to an answer. But it's like, it takes so long. Like the way we were not taught how to do math, we would do it and we'd be finished with a question much quicker than what the
And get the
kids
right
do now.
answer.
And get the right answer. The way that they teach them now, I guess the belief is around, teaching them all these steps. But to me, it's like, like you take 50 hours just to do one question. How they supposed to get through all these questions?
Is it a word?
It's not a
No,
word,
way
it's
they
a
have the
system.
math
It's
now
the way
with
they
those
do
little-
math is completely different.
Like,
And I don't understand. It was like this tree and
Yeah.
you have to, I was like, what is
Basic
it?
addition, you will have two numbers, you'll line it up at, and then you just go column by column. But now,
They have this.
it's like a whole, like you set it up, but then you have to do something on the side,
Yeah,
then
it's-
come back.
It's too much.
It's too
Like
much,
it's too
yeah.
much. To
I
me,
feel
it's
like
too
they're-
much.
I feel like their basic arithmetic methods, it's now more algebra methods.
Right.
You know, if
That's
you know
what it is,
algebra,
Yeah.
and you're
That's what
looking
it
at
is.
1 + 1 is 2, and how they want you to break it down. Like, am I doing algebra? Because I know algebra. It's not. this is
Going
this
too
is
much.
addition
Going
and
back to
subtraction.
the
You know.
Diane is watching on the thing. She just texted me,
Okay.
overcoming text anxiety and managing
Text
anxiety. Test anxiety.
Oh, test anxiety. Got it.
And managing anxiety for better test results.
Okay.
Seems
That's
like
what
I'm not the
the
only
principal
one who's thinking like
Yeah.
that.
She couldn't make it, so
That's okay.
she's watching.
And
At
you're
least we
right,
know
that's-
somebody's watching.
But you're right.
All right, so
It's a lot of things
so we're
that
kind of
people-
forming this, right? We're kind of forming what we're talking about. But like if we're talking about testing and that anxiety though, that relates more to the kids. So how are we pushing this towards the parents? Because if this is gonna be geared towards parents, how, you know what I'm saying?
How
What
do
are
you
we
prepare
saying and or what are we saying that this is about? So, okay, we have a couple of things that we talked about. We said that we talked about the graduation requirements, right? We talked about not dumbing down our education society through what we're doing. We talked about grades being the determinant of skills, of level of skill. We talked about Common Core standards. We talked about improving the education skills. Then we talked about test taking skills, strategies, overcoming test anxiety, and the quality of education. So with all of this, what are we forming as the goal? Because it's a lot of different things, right? Because we could do different topics, right? That's not the issue. It's just let's like really try to form it, because then that'll establish who we should invite, right? And what is the, like, we need to come up with a great title. So in this, what do we feel is the main focus?
The mental health test prep conversation.
But again, how are we then relating that to parents? Because it's not for, this isn't for the kids. So how are we relating this to parents?
Answering as a parent, I would want more insight on how I prepare my child mentally
Okay.
for this test process. Knowing how important it is for my child's development, how is my principal and superintendent is preparing or providing me resources to help my child not faint, you know, in class to take this test.
Yeah, and I think the audience could be both. It could be
Yeah,
parents and
educators.
students, maybe
Right,
also
and
maybe
stu-
students,
yeah.
but also teachers too, because they might want to come in, see this workshop, and you know try to like build up the skills and strengths of their students. So I think
Right.
it would be more than one audience. Really.
Yeah.
So I think in addition, because we're gonna be possibly talking about anxiety and stuff like that, then we should have mental health people come.
So that's what I was gonna
Right.
say.
Yeah.
You know,
Social services.
So
like people who do that.
yeah, so I work at New York City Department of Health. That's one of the reasons that I joined the education committee, because I was trying to like mix in mental health with the youth and education.
Yeah.
So one thing they have now is this thing called Team Space, where they get free therapy. It's through New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. So a team could like access a mental health provider for free, and it's online. So they have like speakers through DOH that come and talk about the program, because like the New York City Department of Health, the whole thing now is mental health in youth. So they're like doing a whole lot of stuff on that. So I could help to like get a speaker, just talk about that mental health piece.
Okay. Okay.
Do we want a moderator?
Yeah, we should definitely.
And who would we want as a moderator? Being that this is our committee doing it, like presenting this panelist.
I mean, I can help do that if somebody wants that, or I don't know if you want someone bigger or outside, but I don't mind.
But this is our thing, so it should be somebody from
But it might be more catchy if you have somebody that people
no.
But who? Who in the community? You think? And we should get somebody who's like has a fun personality. Like you want somebody who's like very upbeat and lively. You don't want anybody that's too dry.
We know, understand the topic.
Right. Who would you say?
The only person I can think of right now would be Anthony Becker.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Who's that?
Anthony Becker is the district leader for District 43. But you'll have his name down here as somebody
So invite.
to invite for career day actually,
Okay.
but he might want to do that. I don't know how.
And you
far-
said he's a district leader?
Yeah, he's one of he's
The high
him
school
as-
one?
no, the election board district leader,
Okay.
District 43, which is part of Prospects, Leopards, Garden, and all that stuff.
Okay. Is that Community 19?
Yeah,
In Community
yeah,
19?
yeah.
Oh, another person, talking about district leaders, I know, Shaquana Boykins. She's here for 57.
Okay,
That's another person if you want to think of. She would do this.
depends on how you say you want somebody.
Yeah, he's known and he's
Well, he's
lively.
yeah.
He's lively. He's gonna keep us engaged and excited.
I'll ask him. We'll see.
Okay, alright.
I'll ask him. But we have to wait till after this election because he probably pulled his hair out.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing a lot of work campaigning for Kamala and all this stuff.
Okay.
So,
Alright. We could get someone fun. Let's parents, educators, principals, superintendents, education lawyers, CSA. So I think that another thing, it seems like a major thing is like concern around the graduation requirements. How do we keep this from becoming a society where we're dumbing our kids down? So that could be like another major topic.
well, that you're trying to encompass all that under one title, right? So that's what you gotta think of. What you just said there
Mm-hmm.
probably
Right,
is
it's the title.
the title.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Okay. Okay.
Say it again.
Like basically, we can fix it up a little bit, but like how do we not dumb down our education system?
UFT leaders. UFT, that's the teachers union, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
UFT is teachers, your CSA is principals union, TC 37 is parents union.
Okay. All right. So I think we got something we could start working with, and we could start forming that. So I'll put some things together around that.
I have a friend that has an education nonprofit.
Say that
I
again.
have a friend that has an education nonprofit.
What's his name?
Toyin.
What's the name of the?
Tomorrow's Leaders.
Okay.
So they help students get into college, and they do like career coaching. They do tutoring after school. So I could ask.
And we wanna do this in person and hybrid, right?
Yeah. My only thing with when we say hybrid, I just feel like that makes people not come. Like I feel like we should just make it in person, because if I have an option, people ain't leaving the house.
Right, well, we don't have to advertise it until the day of.
You're like, oh, if you wanna join us on Zoom.
Right, because if we are inviting like education leaders and principals and so on and so forth, they're gonna promote it to their units and they're gonna wanna come to support your boss and whatever. So let's let them know that they can do it online.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we also gotta know what technology we have available, where we're gonna be, because we don't know any of that yet. So
Because
once
I
we
was
know,
getting ready to say, if you're gonna do that
that's a lot.
hybrid on Zoom, that would probably require multiple cameras.
Exactly.
Right.
Everybody that's on Zoom can
And we
see
can live
everything that's going on.
Do we wanna create a hashtag for this?
Yeah, we should create a hashtag. But I honestly, I don't really, like, I'm not, like, I'd rather just be in person. I just feel like our goal should be to get as many people there as possible. Like, I just feel like people won't, like, if I have a choice, I'm not gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, okay, but you know, you can't really interact with people in the same way if they online.
Right. And we'll need somebody to moderate it. I mean,
Exactly.
to monitor it.
Right. And if something goes down, the internet, it just becomes a nightmare sometimes. Okay, we create a hashtag, okay. Alright. So we can develop that a little bit more, and then, by next month, you know, we can start, I think we should start coming up with a list of people, so you guys can start, maybe we can start throwing lists in, WhatsApp, you know, some folks we think might be good, being as though we kinda know what the topic is gonna be, and we can, start to put that together a little bit. Alright, we got a half an hour left. Any other ideas, or we good for now?
Edgar Everest is still down.
Mac? Oh, as a
The location.
location, we'll talk to them. I'll put in a request now. Did we say, we didn't pick a date though, right? April, but when is spring break, cause it should be before spring break.
It's the third week of April, right?
Y'all have the DOE calendar? Let's double check to make sure that we don't pick a date that, maybe we could do it the week before spring break. Y'all can look up the DOE calendar.
I think that it's the 14th to the 19th.
When is spring break for 2025? What?
For April?
Yes.
There's nothing called spring break.
Yeah.
Spring recess.
Spring
It's from
recess, yes.
April 14th to the
14th,
18th.
18th, okay. So then what do we wanna do it the 12th? Oh, but no, the 12th is Passover.
Smartphone, it could be dumb sometimes.
Too smart for its own good. Passover is the 12th, so we definitely wouldn't wanna do we wanna do April 5th? That's that first Saturday in April.
That's not the recess, that's not the break.
No, I said we wanna do it before the break. Cause we would either have to do it the 12th or we'd have to do it the 26th.
The 12th is what? The Saturday?
I said the 12th, the 5th or the 8th, the 26th. That was the only two Saturdays we can pick. So we wanna do it earlier? The
I
5th?
would say the 5th. I vote the 5th.
Okay.
Anybody else?
April 5th. Saturday. Okay. Okay. Alright. So what's the next one we can do that?
You're back.
Alright.
Welcome
Welcome, welcome. So you guys wanna share? Or you want us to share first?
You share first. Let us know.
Alright. So, we just wrapped up and did, kind of like a preliminary thing in terms of, the education, town hall. So we thought about making it surround around like we haven't come up with a good name, but something close to like, you know, not dumbing down our education system. And, you know, cause we wanna know like what are gonna be the graduation requirements, how are we gonna make sure that we increase standards versus lowering them because there won't be regents and things like that available. How do we keep, you know, the Common Core standards and all of that, so we're gonna look at that. But then they also wanted a section around like test taking anxiety, like what parents need to learn to kind of prepare their kids to take tests and do well on it and to help lower their anxiety. So in addition to educators, would also invite some like mental health professionals that can talk about anxiety. I mean, I think anxiety is just a big thing in this generation, period. Like, I just see where they can't handle pressure, you know, anything's happening, they just break down and they lose it. And it's like, okay. So, so that's another section of those are kind of like the two areas that we want to focus on. So we're talking about mostly, not necessarily having like we would want teachers to come to have input and discussion, but it could be more like principals, superintendents, CEC, stuff like that, those type of people who will kind of help moderate and talk about that. And then we were looking at April 5th on a Saturday, which would be the week, because that's next Saturday's Passover and then it's spring break. So we wanna do it before spring break, so the 5th, and we wanna have it at Medgar Evers, so I'm gonna put in a request and see who I need to talk to about that, so that we can do it for, April 5th.
If we want to, contact any position, it wasn't that not the community board, the office does that first,
Oh, they can?
they should,
Okay.
so. we can help with that, so it's easy.
Okay. Okay, your turn.
All right, so we talk about our career there. I think the three of us, we did get a lot of stuff done, the major stuff. We got a date, which is March 29th. It's so strange that might be the week before your stuff, your April 5th, right?
Yeah.
All right, right.
Okay.
And we move up to March
That's
because
close.
the holiday in April, right? So we're looking at April 5th. We're looking at having an event from 12 to 4. Targeting ages 14 to 24 years. We
You said what age to what age?
14 to 24,
Okay.
right? Because some things are like for school kids and some are like kids that want the extra jobs.
Okay.
Because, so the things we look at vendors, little bit summer youth, the Army, the Air Force, prospective entrepreneurs like a barber, and the people in our area, Prospect Park Alliance, they're gonna use stuff, so we talk about 2 hospitals that we could reach out, Canberra, then we have an art dealer in our district. And so, that's just a short stuff between the 3 of us, but we will be looking in to bring our own business people to participate.
Okay.
Then we talk about 2 things. I thought we was going to do like breakout workshops or workout session, and we decided that the breakout workshops, right, might not be, so we bring everybody together, and we would have like person from the NYPD, one of our elected officials, but maximum of just 4 people. So if you our illustration would be, this is the room here, everybody do the workshops together, the breakout workshops together, instead of going this room, 2 in there, 6 in there, and then look.
Oh, I see.
Right, and then all the vendors be around, so the workshop will be the first thing
Okay.
from about 11 to about 12:30, and after that, we open to visit the vendors. We were thinking about having about 4 extra activity where it would be more entertainment, and then we would see, if kids could participate with their own talent, karaoke, come sing pool. So you got a space where you could write up if you want to take part. Refreshments, we will look at that. We knew we did that last time. That's one object. And another thing we were thinking of is that I know a few weeks ago the economic committee, they did she organized a meeting for all the vendors in our area, and it was very good. So even though that maybe looking at juices for the children, their parents are still coming because they get a shot of pina colada without rum, we can serve alcohol. So
The virgins.
yeah. So one of those restaurants could or 2 get together and have a thing, and the adults have something to be part of the sampling. And then there was one thing we talked about.
Incentives?
Yes, incentive. I was like, what the hell is that? Right. I mean, look at some incentives for our children, right, and young people, children and young people. We touch a little bit, but we want to come back. Should we be able to form our own WhatsApp group so that we can share ideas, right? And that was it for now.
Okay.
And the time was 8 something.
I think we should just use the basic WhatsApp group so everybody can throw in whatever the ideas.
Well,
the next
until we
second
finish, let me finish this, then we will share.
Oh, gotcha.
No, you know what's much I think. It's too confusing.
Okay. And I think the only thing we didn't really think about was like food or
The time.
I was going to tell you.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah, we put our $10 so that we can vote.
And the time. How many hours would we want this to be for our team?
We want to make it too long.
No, right, that's why we only going
Like
to
I said, it's gonna be
half
a
a day.
workshop.
People
So
get
a
bored.
workshop is
Yeah,
45
very
minutes,
easy,
right?
Just the one.
No, but
Especially
she's now talking about the,
The panel.
2 hours, 3 hours, what are we thinking?
2 hours,
2 hours?
2.5 hours,
Alright,
split it.
But people don't wanna see.
yeah, so
You got
maybe
some
like,
breaks in between.
maybe if
I
we
be on
make it,
Zoom on my job, so much meetings every day.
so we can make it like a 12 to 2:30, just because we know the buffer in the beginning, people take a while to come in.
Right.
So we
Yeah,
wanna
12 to
give a
3.
buffer, so like 12
You
to
wanna get
2:30.
everybody out by 2:30,
Yeah.
just to make sure you know, you don't start exactly on time.
Exactly.
Leave a half hour on the back end to start.
Yes.
Maybe
Okay. Alright.
leave a half hour on the front end.
Yeah.
Do we wanna
2:30,
serve
2:30.
refreshments?
Yeah, we're gonna put, yeah, I
think
put
that
that we
would be
should
a
have some
wise idea.
refreshments and some food.
You know, a registration process that you know.
Yeah, registration, yep, definitely. Cause we definitely wanna make sure we
Can't
have a
have these
good
things
turnout.
without somebody having.
But I
something.
do think that these programs are too close to each other. You can't, I don't think we should have 1 week, then the next week for 2 events, that's 2 back to back. How can we switch it up? Should we split the difference?
We could back up maybe March, another week.
Make it
Yeah,
earlier.
we could go earlier in March if we want.
Maybe the first week.
Go to second.
Was it first week?
First or second, okay.
Second week in March.
Yeah, we don't have as much wiggle room in April because of the spring break.
Right, so March,
The spring break is in April?
Yep,
What that would be?
from the
14th to the
14th to the
18th.
18th.
of March.
And then that weekend
April.
before, we can't do because it's Passover.
So
Yeah.
we did March 14th, that Saturday, March 15th, the
Because I'm
Saturday.
thinking that the Saturday, maybe if we can use the Saturday, end of the spring break, that's.
We could do that as an option of
Yeah.
either earlier or later. But then we have our May thing, right? So we wanna make sure we kinda, we have our
What's it mean?
cleanup
But the
is
cleanup
May.
is not really,
That's not.
that's not really. It would give us time to.
So which one
Come
do
and
you
have this
want?
cleanup. Let us go for
March
April.
15th?
March
No,
15th.
yours. You're gonna move yours up a little bit.
Oh, move it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, March 15th.
She's saying the 15th then instead of the 29th at the very end.
All right.
Yeah?
May is our board meeting in March.
March 15th.
March 15th? Alright.
That's the second Saturday?
No, no, that's the third
Third
Saturday.
Saturday.
What's the third Tuesday?
The third.
Yes, it's third Saturday.
What day is
The
it?
first is the actual first Saturday.
What day is the third Tuesday?
Third Tuesday is the 18th,
Oh, you gonna have 15th?
yes.
All right.
Alright.
All right, if
So
you
I
gotta
think
change
that's
it, I'll
good
come
then.
back.
Yeah, I think that's good for today, right? Good job, I think good work, everybody. Alright, so we'll write up some things and add to it, and then, if you wanna write up yours and put all of this in there. I guess she got.
That's the secretary.
Yeah, and then I'll have to give her,
Yeah,
yeah, you
make
wasn't
it.
in our meeting. Yeah, you got your secretary, she's like, I don't have to write. Alright, thank you, everybody,
Alright,
appreciate
have
you
a-
all being there. It is now, you wanna adjourn the meeting, move to adjourn the meeting, it's 8:12 p.m.
Second.
Second, okay. There it is.
It,
Huh?
it,
I look-